All right, so we're going to do another why am I not in union, or if we're watching someone else, why they're not in union. Cards are already starting to come out. It's weird. It's almost like same cards, but different orientation. Maybe not. We've got the Six of Pentacles upright. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have King of Pentacles in reverse. We have Ten of Swords upright and the Ten of Cups upright. So I'd like to get two. It's funny, I was doing other readings before this and the cards were not hopping out like this. This is the second time. Look at this. Oh, wow. Okay. This tower keeps coming out in reverse, and every single time it has the same meaning for me. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Cards are a little strange, but they're kind of almost along the same lines, and they're, like I said, some of them are very similarly the same cards. And again, we already have cards coming out. Look at this, Justice is back. All right, let me just put this out. This is like, they're coming out faster than I can talk. Wow. Well, we want one more. Can we get one more? Whoa. Yeah, that is one more. Oh, no, that's two. All right. That's a lot, but those didn't flip over. So, here we go. Okay. We're going to talk like this is someone else. We're going to talk like this person is someone you're trying to be in union with. And we'll also just go ahead and take the liberty to say that the person that this reading might be about, they may not be your like twin or your soulmate. Well, they might be a soulmate, but they'll be like an important, you know, a significant other. But they could be a karmic. That's just what I'm getting right now. We are going to read the rows, and then as we read the rows, we're going to put the third row down. Two different decks in what we already pulled, and then a third deck for the third row. So we'll see if like the same cards come out. But I will tell you that this. Did we go through all of them? Did I tell you everything that was coming down? We'll get into it. We'll get into it row by row. But basically, this tower upside down, it keeps coming off as the universe basically giving you enough rope to hang yourself with. So if you don't want to, like, if you're in a situation you know is bad and you don't want to end it, or you don't want to stop, or you don't want to whatever, instead of that tower moment coming in and ending things for you so that you have to change, or it has to change or whatever, that tower upside down has been telling me that you can live your life like that if that's what you choose to do. Now, what I'm seeing right now on the table is a little bit of chaos, and this is sort of why I'm thinking that you're either cross-watching, and if you are, it's a possibility that this person isn't taking the relation seriously, and it's possibility that it's because they know they're not your twin. Like, they either might have alluded to that they were, but they don't believe in that, or, you know, it's kind of this like careless energy. But let's get into it, like I said, row by row, and work it out. Like I said, this Justice card, and there's just a couple other cards right now that are just kind of like, and especially what they're next to is tripping me out a little bit. It's like the same as the other readings, but sort of different. But also, it almost seems like there's some lies on the table. We'll get to it. All right, so Six of Pentacles on that top row there. So let's just, this is the starting energy. Wow, that didn't sound great. We're going to read it. Giving, receiving, sharing, charity. Yeah, this is the same card. Generosity, options, low balance, gift, reaching out. Okay, so this card came out in another reading, and it was kind of like, it might not have been on this channel, but it started another reading and it was kind of similar like this. The energy was similar like this. And that lovers might have even been there upside down. And it was like giving too much. It was like giving too much and the other person wasn't reciprocating, right? And I believe that this tower upside down was there too. Like, hey, if you want to sit in this, you can sit in this. That's the bed you made or whatever. But then like the 9 of Swords came out, which it was the other card, which made it look like... maybe it was the 10 of Swords, but it was the one where the person was laying on the ground and then like all the swords were in their back. And I was saying that it really reminded me of how like when every time people say, you made the bed, you like lie in the bed you made or whatever, you sleep in the bed you made. I always picture a bed of nails was what I was saying. So this is a little bit different, but same card. And then, like I said, we're starting over there with this given energy, this non-reciprocal energy. And then we have this balance card, which a lot of times this is what it comes out for me. But you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, it's not just about like balance, like the concept of balance, but it's also about balance of giving and taking, like tangible stuff. Like, and I don't want to say that love is tangible, but it is. It's almost like I give you a hug, but you kind of shirk away from me, or you don't hold my hand, you don't kiss me as much. It's tangible, like non-reciprocation balance. So this is juggling, balance, limbo, options, decision ability, adaptability, busy daily tasks, multitasking. Yeah, it's almost kind of like, I'm too busy to hold your hand, I'm fumbling with this, or da-da-da-da. Like it's just coming off kind of like non-reciprocal energy. So let's get the third card. Like I said, I want to separate it from the deck when we're reading energy like this. Why are we not in union? I mean, for starters, I can already see that we're starting off giving more than we're getting back. But I want a third card. So a lot of times too, just straight off the bat, that just kind of tells me that we're picking them wrong. Regardless of what the problem is with them, the mechanism that we used to choose that person to spend time with wasn't either a good mechanism to use or we didn't use it right. All right, here we go. Got the full energy. Kind of landed on its side. Upside down didn't seem proper, so here we are. It's almost like either this is the only experience that we've ever had in relationships, or this is the only relationship we ever had. So we didn't really have anything to compare it to. Now it could be that we had relationships, but they weren't extremely important to us. So we weren't like deeply hurt or anything when they didn't work out. We were not in love. This 8 of Swords upright kind of denotes that we might have kept ourselves in it. We might not have really cared about it, or it could have been the other person that we're with. So like by the time they got to us, they weren't extremely experienced because they didn't actually have anything that they had tried in. And then we've got this Lovers upside down with this 8 of Swords underneath it, clarified by this 8 of Swords with the blindfold on. So giving too much, not seeing the imbalance, or not caring about the actual, I was going to say ramifications of the union. Like in other words, if we broke up, we wouldn't care. And then this is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is kind of like the card of like, do I want to work on this? Do I want to put the work in? And then we have this Justice card with this. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse with Justice underneath, and then this 8 of Pentacles. So I don't know who this King of Pentacles in reverse is. This could be somebody who was a love partner in someone's life, either yours, like if this is your reading, or someone else's if you're cross-watching. But they showed up in a way that was not very like you don't really think too highly of them or whatever. You have this Justice card, which kind of lets me know that it's a possibility that they were put there in a soulmate capacity to kind of maybe poke somebody in a direction, perhaps. And then this Eight of Pentacles upside down, this kind of like, do I want to work on this energy? That was kind of like the obstacle of whatever that situation was. It just kind of looks like some kind of trial. Like either, you know, I don't feel like myself anymore. Now I feel like this King of Pentacles. How do I get out of it? Do I want to work on that kind of thing? Or like kind of like something happened to me and this is the result. Now I don't feel like the King of Pentacles. Or if it was me deciding if I wanted to come out of not feeling like the King of Pentacles with that Justice card, because some of this other stuff that I've seen, I've realized that I have to elevate. Like if I want something better, then I have to elevate, kind of thing. And then we have this Eight of Wands upside down underneath this Ten of Swords. So we do have the Ten of Swords on the table. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, and they're both upright. So the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Wands in reverse has the World with it. And then this Ten of Cups with this Nine of Swords has this Queen of Cups with it. And I kind of was like saying too that this person could be your karmic, because I felt like there was a lot of people in this reading, and I still do. Dude. We have this Queen of Swords and we have this Queen of Wands and we have this Queen of Cups, and you know, I mean, you could count the Fool. If you had somebody in a situation, you just dumped them and they wouldn't leave, they could be considered a fool. And then you've got this King of Pentacles in reverse, and then you got the Lovers here in reverse. So it's like all these people, but nobody really means anything. And that would not denote your twin. That's like a karmic energy. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. On top of that, Seven of Cups energy, that options energy. And what else is there? The Tower in reverse. You can sit in this all day long, bruh. Ace of Swords in reverse with this Queen of Wands in reverse with this Page of Wands in reverse. It's all a lie. And we don't get many crows. Those sound like crows. We get pigeons. So I feel like this is a message that somebody's been needing. I swear those sound like crows. So I want to get one more on the Strength and the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is going to take a little bit to get over. Yeah, we got, look, another hiding card. So the Ace of Cups in reverse, but we had the High Priestess hiding underneath it upright. So again, most of the readings that I've been doing lately where the energy's kind of messed up, the person that I'm reading for or the person that's involved in the energy, like I'm reading for the cross watcher and the person we're reading for, they're not stupid. They either know something because they either figured it out, or because they always knew, or because they just learned it and they're holding on to it as, you know, in faith. But this knowing, this energy of understanding what's happening either with them or with the situation themselves, this is what's going to get them through it. There's a lot of people here. See, I feel like with this Justice card and this Angel of Balance, it's going to go in their favor. If you're watching this for someone else, and they have all these people in your energy, and again, I'm taking this Empress in reverse as another person, and this High Priestess could even be another person. Yeah, deceit. Deceit. Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. And got this double Eight of Swords energy. This Angel of Balance, which is clearly not balanced, right? You've got that guy, King of Pentacles here. And the World is on the table, but you also have the Deceit. You have all these knives. You have this Queen of Cups here. You know, this Empress in reverse. And then, you know, we've got this Queen of Wands in reverse. And then this Queen of Swords in reverse. We didn't put the Lovers up there, but that's not really to me like denotes an actual person per se. It could, especially if you're the part of the Lovers and you have somebody on your mind. And you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Driving down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. You know, this person might be a karmic. Yeah. If you're rolled up in deceit and there are 7 people involved, they might be a karmic. Let's pull a couple more here. So we got strategy. They're not doing this on accident. This is designed. This was upside down. This is designed to keep you tired. Strength tried to flip over and cornucopia is upside down. So it's not even just about your energy or it's about what you have materially. It's about coming through this in one piece. If this is someone else and you're watching for someone else, this could be someone they're attached to. So they might be your twin, but they might be with the karmic, and the karmic might be doing all this. This Queen of Swords, this is exactly the type of energy I'm talking about. Because with Queen of Wands, she's got, you know, boundaries. She draws the line. The Queen of Swords, not so much. Let me see if I can get anything else on this. Actually, I could probably pull from a couple more decks. I'd like to get at least 2 cards from this deck, maybe 3. Yeah, this person has a lot of people in their space. This Uncertainty card, they may not even have all these people in mind. Like some of these people could be past people, but their energy is still there. And it's confusing them. It could be long-lasting effects from previous relationships. These people might not even be around, but because of the damage they did, that energy is still present. And that's why we have that 10 of Swords and that 9 of Swords. We got painting the roses red, perpetuating things that other people started. They told us things that we believe now, and it's messing us up. It's messing our relationships up. Yeah, this flew out and then flew back in. We don't think we have choices. Do not drink poison. This isn't even just about drinking poison. It's about drinking stuff that you know isn't good for you. I mean, yeah, maybe we have poison. We don't know it's bad for us, so we're going to take a little sip. Maybe we don't know, somebody left it out. This is, you know damn well that it's bad for you, and you're drinking it anyway. So again, this person could be a karmic. This could be you interacting with a karmic, or these people could be still in someone's life, and some of them should be long gone. Hold up, let's figure it out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 of these people should be long gone. And either their energy is still around or they're still around. They could be family members. They could be, yeah, stalkers. This is a missed connection. This is a bias or a belief system. This is what we've been talking about here. Moochers. This is us being blocked from what's really going on. We have toxic ways of thinking. Maybe we're connecting with somebody that should be gone, but they're not. We might be incapable of connecting because somebody done messed us up. Same goes for this card. This is kind of like when the narcissist says that you made them do something, or when they say that they're that way because of the way you are, and you're kind of like, dude, I'm the way I am because of the way you are. And we start realizing that we can't even talk to that person, and then this is masks. So I would say with this much stuff here, it is a good possibility that that person is dealing with more than one person that's giving them a hard time in some way or another. They don't even really have to be doing much. You know, sometimes when you're getting a divorce and you can't get that person to sign the papers, like them not signing the papers is making it hard. So I don't remember if that strategy card came out, but I feel like this is definitely not like, oops, I'm just giving you a hard time out of, you know, again, this is part of the reason why this Tower card in reverse kind of sits there. Because it's kind of like, they're not ever going to stop. They're not ever going to leave you. Yeah, you're in too deep. They're in too deep. They're connected to whatever it is that you have. They're not going to let you go. There's one all the way on the floor. Which one is this? Yeah, interesting that this one keeps coming out. Now it looks like we're cross-watching. It's the same type of energy. It wasn't this. It was something like similar. But it was the same. Yeah, it was the same type of energy. How do I get out of this? How do I get to where you are? Yeah, and then what? And they have belief systems. They have somebody told them something or made them feel like they were inadequate. This lie. And they're operating on it. And it's actually making everything worse. Yeah, they woke up. Yeah, they're fucked. Sorry. Okay. So we have this, which is just, again, it's another card of how do I get from here to here? How do I get from there to there, right? It's this in too deep. I lost the fight again. I'm stuck in this energy. Look, down in a hole, right? Someone who is, this is my, on Saturdays, I like to twerk on cars card. So someone in here is just, you know, a big old fat mess who doesn't mind, you know, just all out war. And, you know, how do you like me now moments, right? And then, you know, it's that, you know, she talking to me like I'm dumb. And then, you know, this weighs on whoever's supposed to move forward, their self-esteem and how they're supposed to present, right? Meanwhile, they've been exposed to this chaos. And this person might be a twin flame because this card came out, which is really kind of what it's supposed to mean in this particular deck. So I think that this is your twin dealing with all these karmics, which is just, this card was always meant to be you. It's weird that it comes out in the midst of all this, because this video itself and the song itself is kind of like, I was rejected and, you know, this is how I feel about you, or, you know, kind of like, how do you like me now? You know, maybe a couple of small revenge moves or whatever's going on, right? But when this card came up for me, when I made this card, it was almost kind of like when you're in that energy where you're kind of like missing me, but I didn't really do anything. I didn't do anything. I just let you go. I let you go, be with others where you could like have something to compare it to, and then just stared at you. This person's going to Houdini themselves out of this situation. It's another reason why I made this card. It's the last card that came out. I don't care how many people they're in this situation with. They're going to get out of it. Every single person, they're going to free themselves from this person. Every single person. They might even know exactly how they're going to do it. This is hardcore. Whoever this person is, when they come to you, they may not be totally healed, but they're solid. They're strong. They somehow know how to keep their wits about them, even when they get themselves into situations. They may have just trusted the wrong people. They may have just trusted too much. There's a lot of reasons that would bring them in this situation. And like we said, there might not be 7 people. It could just be the energy that hasn't left yet for whatever reason. People might be hanging on to people. People might be sending bad stuff. People might just be ridiculous to deal with. It could be chaos over there. So let them come to you when the time is ready. They don't seem stupid. And then just fill them out and make sure the enemy, I was going to say the energy's not terrible. Fill them out and make sure the enemy's not terrible as well, I guess. So I guess there are probably some people there right now. It might be the other reason why you're still in separation, why they haven't come forward. But they will. They absolutely will. Until we see each other again.